Alright, welcome back everybody to the episode of City Skylines. In the last couple episodes, we've been just kind of expanding out the city, building some schools and whatnot. I was kind of looking around this area, so I think this is going to be what we're going to do today. Is we're actually going to get another interchange going on here, as well as work on this guy here. One thing I was thinking of doing in this area is possibly having this do like a nice, gentle curve, and then kind of as it's curving, split off into these two. I think that would actually look really good. It would kind of break up the things, everything that we have going on over here, and I think it would just look good. So that's probably something we're gonna do, but we're gonna work on doing this stuff first because we definitely need to get this interchange done before things get too out of hand. Because this interchange and these roads are paying the price for not having an interchange down there. This one here, I'm thinking we're going to do a loop back as well as, just a nice gentle, maybe kind of just gentle curve, onto this road. Because we're going to be building the stack interchange here. I'm waiting to do this a little bit because I really do want to connect up the bridge. But I kind of want to expand out the city a little bit before I do. And this may sound cruel, but I kind of want it to come through the city. So, so far we've built highways really that have dictated the city, that the city kind of grew around the highway. Like we kind of hide it a little bit here and there, but I kind of want to be able to kind of get a little creative with the highway and kind of have the highway have to kind of maneuver through the area a little bit, and just kind of look like it came through after that. That's kind of what I want to do. So I want to wait a little bit before we get too far ahead of ourselves with doing that. Plus, traffic's doing all right. It's doing all right right now with what we got, so we'll be fine with it. The other thing I would like to do is widen out this road to the 3-lane road, possibly until this intersection here, which is what I'm thinking, because that'll be nice. We'll probably leave it as the 2-lane right here, because this actually works pretty well. I'm thinking of maybe doing that and then not allowing any left turns and only allowing right turns. So if you're coming in this way, you won't be able to turn left onto there, and if you're going this way, you won't be able to turn left onto here. That'll help out a bunch in traffic flow, but we'll see where that's at when we get there. We also need to work on garbage. That just seems to be an ongoing issue with this area, unfortunately. But I think the highway interchange is going to help out with that quite a bit as well. It's kind of difficult to get over in this area because if you're coming from the highway, you get off there and then you kind of have to maneuver through the city and whatnot. And like you live way out over here, or you even live down over here, it's like it's not that easy. So I was also thinking of expanding this road out as well, but we have this road, so it'll probably be okay. What are you guys complaining about? Garbage has piled up, so it's getting pretty bad. So I'm hoping that this will help. We're probably going to put a recycling center or something out over here. Not sure exactly where yet, but we'll see. And what I was thinking with this road is we'll actually do a loop so you can get onto the freeway here, because we got a fair amount. We got a fair amount of space that we kind of work with here. And I'm thinking maybe if we do this, we'll do this right now, just to kind of get it out of the way and not have to redo it later on. Alright, so the fun part is digging this all out, which, yeah, it's going to be pretty expensive, but it's always fun as well. We have to go pretty far, so we're going to go through both of these interchanges, and then we'll bring it back up just probably about in there. And that's part of the other reason why I want to do the loop back, is like we can knock this freeway over a little bit, because it curves pretty sharply down. So we can curve it a little bit less sharp and get a little bit more room. But also this will help out without having to kind of fully complete this whole area right at this moment, so that'll be good. Something I should have done first that I just realized I didn't do, but oh well, is lay this down. But well, so we'll do that, and we'll do that, and then we'll run that through here. Let's do that. Alright, so that kind of runs it pretty close to there, which is fine. And then we'll do that. Okay. So then we need to get these guys to go back off of here as well. We have a little bit more room on the other side, which is good, but we don't need a huge amount of room because we're not doing the frontage roads as well. When we do the frontage roads, you know, that's when problems really start arising with space. That should be good. And I want it to be a little bit on the narrow side. I don't want it to be, you know, where we can't expand it later on. But it is going through downtown, and usually those freeways are quite narrow. Alright, so we'll delete back to there. So we got that. So now we just need to dig this trench out, and we're pretty well set after that. I'm going to use this other tool, which actually I think it doesn't cost anything when you use it. I could be wrong. Is that the right one? I don't think that was right. I thought it was this one. Okay, maybe I did. Did I use the right one? I don't know. No, I don't think I'm using the right one here. Maybe I need to use the other tool. I remember having some problems with this tool when it came to the dig out part of it. Okay, let's go back over to where is it? Is it under, I think it's under here? No. That's money. Where is it? It's not under there. It's not under there. I think it's under, you know, it's not under there, is it? That's the new one that we use. Oh, okay, that's how you gotta use it. Okay, you just turn that on. That seems really deep. Is that correct? Okay, that seems like way too much. Yeah, I don't like that tool. No, not really. It works, but I don't like it. Where's the other one at? I know it's right here. I know it's in here. I know it's right here. Here we go. This is the one I like to use because I can actually, yeah, see, I can actually create a nice even depth here and not have to worry about it. Ah, okay. I was like, that looks weird. Yeah, it does because that road's kind of going up at a curve. Alright, yeah, but this one does cost money unlike the other one. Unfortunately. I think is this the built-in one that comes with the game? I can't remember. I think this is a whole nother mod. I know there's so many changes that have happened with this game, and it's kind of hard to keep up sometimes. Especially when they add features that were once mods and then all that stuff. So, but we're going to trench all of this out. How much money do we have? Well, hopefully we'll be good. I think we will be. So we'll come just past this road. We'll probably come to about in here just to give ourselves the max amount of room to make everything all work for us, and that's not exactly what I had in mind. Let's level this all out in here. I finally learned how to use the leveling tool as well. That took a good amount of time. I just had to read the tooltip, but unfortunately I was like, oh, this tool never works. Yeah, because if you don't use it right, it doesn't work. But you just simply right click the area that you want to use as kind of like the guide, and then the rest of it's, you know, basically takes care of itself. Alright, just kind of do that a little bit, kind of clean things up, and then we'll go in there and remove the trees. Who's on the tree? No, this isn't where the trees are. The trees have moved. Yeah, it feels like I haven't played this game in forever. The trees have moved, indeed. It seems like I haven't played this game in forever, but I just played it a couple days ago. Strange. It's like suddenly I just don't know where anything's at. I'm like, where's my terrain? Where's my trees? Where's my everything at? It's right in front of you. Okay. So that should be pretty well leveled now. Okay, good. And I did fix the street lights in downtown where we had those weird double lights on the single road. I did fix that, so that's better now. I'm almost thinking of trying to deepen that just a little bit, but I think it'll be fine. It should be fine. They should be able to pass under that. Alright, so let's grab this. No. Okay. Oh yeah, I did download a new, I was just looking through and see if there's anything new here. I did download a rail interchange as well, which looked pretty cool. I don't know if I'll ever use it. It's hard for me to use pre-made like interchanges, whether it be for rail or for highways or roads or whatever, just because usually they don't fit into the what I need. I guess that's the best way of putting it. Like they just they're a little too big or a little too small, or they just it's there's nothing that can beat making your own. When you rely on something that was pre-made, yeah, it's nice, and it could be a good starting point. I've done that as well. It's like it's a good starting point, but when it actually comes down to it, it's a lot nicer to just do it yourself and have it look the way you want it to, because there's nothing that beats that. It's like once you get it, I mean, even if it doesn't turn out exactly how you want it, if you get it close, that's always nice. Alright, I think I turned on, yeah, I did turn on the slope, so it'll look better. I mean, it's not going to be like that forever. It's actually going to be probably dug out all the way under this interchange, as it's going to be a below ground. It's going to be a 4-level stack, I think, because we're not going to have any frontage roads, so, well, the bottom, the through roads, bottom and top, and then we'll have 2 sets, yeah, flyovers, so yeah, 4-level. So that'll be pretty nice. Alright, so let's get rid of these roads here. Where we're going, we don't need the roads. Well, actually, yes, we do. Okay. Car's gonna be all freaking out here in a second, trying to figure out life. The road is just dropped below them, literally. Okay. And we just need to get these on and off ramps configured as well, which we can do fairly easily. So I want to do a Shift S. I should have this open. Shift S. Okay, we got to make sure to do that. And then come down to here. And then possibly get away with something like that. Oh, what is up with the double lights? It's on everything. That looks pretty good. It's a little... Well, it's actually not too bad. That's pretty good, actually. I don't like how... Yeah, we've got room. We've got plenty of room. So let's make that look a lot better, because it actually doesn't look that good. I mean, the slope looks good. The entry point does not, though. I don't know if that's going to come down to... It will if I do that, I'm pretty sure. And we'll do a Shift S. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And then what I'm thinking is... we can do something like... that looks pretty good. I think that works, so I'll go back and fix it. That comes down too steep right there at the beginning. Overall, that looks pretty good, but actually I don't really care for... Yeah, well, let's fix this up. We can make this look 10 times better. So if we do... so if we bring it down to that ground level and then bring it up a couple. So we brought it up 4, okay, good. And then we do a Shift S. We just kind of curve it into there. And then we just kind of gracefully connect it into there. I think that looks a lot better. That looks way better. It takes a while to come down, which is good. But it comes down fast enough to where people that are coming onto here can see and merge in properly, which is always a good thing. You can always tell those not very well thought out interchanges is, it causes just backups everywhere because no one feels safe on it. That's never good. So if we kind of do that, and then we do that. Yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? I like that. I like that a lot. We need to go back and swap these around as well as the highway as well. So let's do that real quick. There we go. Alright, so we're going to do that. And there we go. So just turn, oops. These actually don't have any lights on them until I turn them around, which is... I think I want lights on them. I don't know. I might go back and remove the lights and actually do something different with these. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so that's good. The only things that we need to do there is build the overpass, as well as build the overpass here. This is going to all become, with the middle lane, it's going to become a little bit of a, it's more of a collector street than an arterial. But it's going to be kind of like a, you know, a bypass in a way. I don't know how to best explain that. But we'll go down to there for now. It's, you know, it's not going to be necessarily for getting on the freeway, but it's not going to be, it's going to be mainly for getting across the freeway, but it's also going to be for getting across town, you know. So if we do that, and then we come across. Okay. And if we, well, actually no, let's not do that. Let's do this. If we go to that and we go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, can we fit a pillar in there? Yes, we can. I think I want to turn that too if we can. And then come down, back down to ground level there. And we have our nice bridge coming across as well as the pillar. Yeah, I would like to turn that pillar. I can't remember how to turn it. If I hit M, is it page up or page down, or is it, no, that moves it. That moves it as well. I can't remember. Is it control? It is control. Look at that. So if we kind of just turn it to almost be 90 degrees. Yeah, that looks great. That's usually how those pillars work. Look at that. That's awesome. We could probably, oh, actually no. I was thinking maybe nudging it over this way a little bit. We might do that. It's actually pretty good. I like that. That was pretty simple. Looks good too. Alright, and then this will be a ground level. Alright. So it looks pretty good. So that'll bring you across, and then we'll do a nice little loop as you come around. Nothing special. Just a little extra little on-ramp. I think that's about all that's gonna be there. That one's pretty close, and that one's all far. We might rework that. Because I kind of like how this one looks with it all close like that. This one over here just looks kind of, I don't know, just doesn't look right. Should we work on that right now? I feel like we could. Yeah, there's just something about that. I don't know. I don't really like the spacing that it has there. We could make that look way better. I'm gonna leave it for now. I'll come back and fix that later on. Let's see if we can get this loop done, possibly. Let's do this. So if we go to here, we come down to, we do that. So we're already down 2, and then we do that. Does that work all right? Yeah, that works pretty well. I just want it nice and close. So then if we grab one of these guys, do we want a larger loop or we want kind of a semi-smaller loop? Let's go 3 after that line appears. So line appears, 2, 3, maybe 2. So the line appears and 1 more. Line appears and 2 more. And then, oh, we haven't been coming down at all. Actually looks pretty good too. Darn. I could use that other tool, but I'm not going to. Alright, let's redo this. So if we go line 1, 2. So we're already down 2. Line 1, 2. So let's come down. That'll be, we're already down 4. Where does it say? We're down 6. Okay, so that'll be 6, 8, 10. Yeah, that should be good if we come down at that kind of a rate there. So line and then 2 and then down again. Make sure that that's on there. And then line, when do you appear? You appear there, so 2. And then you're at 8, so that'll bring you down to 10 right there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's a little bit It actually doesn't look quite as good as it did before. Look at that. That needs to be a little bit less of a sharp curve like that. So maybe this first one will be a little bit broader. Whatever looks good. So we'll come down 2 more. Does that look better? I think that looks better. So if we go line 1, 2, down 2 more. Line, where do you appear? Line 1, 2, and down 2 more. That looks pretty good. And then the last part that we can do is just kind of freehand it with this guy. Okay, so let's grab this one. And where are we at? We are at 10, so we can come down to 12, which it should be 12. And then attach it about as far that way as we can. Oh, that came down way too far. What happened there? Alright, so about there is good. So I guess maybe it's not quite 12. I thought it was, but maybe it's different with the... Is that still too far? That's still too far. That's coming down more. Okay. Maybe it's measuring it different. So we do that. Is that coming down? Is that coming back up? That is coming back up a little bit. I don't really, well, that's actually, no, that's good. Alright, and we'll have it reconvene up in here. And that looks pretty good. No, that's not good. That's a little too extreme. It still doesn't look that good. Let's try this again. Yeah, I need to change that before we get too much more in trouble here by doing those lights there. So we'll just do a simple loop like that. It's not going to be anything special. That's about the only on-ramp that's going to come off of this road. But it should be perfect. I mean, there's good distance between everything, so that's good. I was kind of thinking too of having one that kind of then connects into here, but I don't think we're gonna do that. Yeah, we need to fix up the line markings on that road. Looks pretty good. I feel like that should have probably started curving a little bit sooner, maybe not quite as straight, but it's a pretty gentle curve, so that's the good part about it. Alright, so then this one, let's go into here, and let's go into the bridge and tubes. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Can we get away with the pillar on this one? We can. Alright, we'll probably do the same thing that we did over there with the other one. Alright, let's just bring this down just a little bit so we kind of can play around with where the stuff is going to go. Do we want it to meet up? Yeah, I think we do, in a 2-lane road like so. Do we want it to kind of come at an angle? I think kind of coming at an angle would be good. I just don't know if it'll be good for the loop. It'll be good for the other ramp, but I think the loop will be fine with it too. Let's see what we can get. So this guy is gonna basically just go straight off of there, and oh, that's gonna be pretty tight, isn't it? Yeah, that's gonna be really tight. I think we can make that look a lot better. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can move it over a little bit. It's gonna have this, you know, kind of curve a little bit, but I think we can do it. So if we do a little bit of straight off like that, just to mark it, and then we do that, and then maybe cut it back there. And if we can, let's see, what are we at? We're at 3, we're at 2. And our slope is still on, okay. That's that can go a little bit less extreme. Okay. I'm just kind of throwing this together right now. I just kind of want to get an idea of how that looks. That actually looks pretty good, I think. It actually worked out really well. Okay, that works. So now this one's gonna be a little bit tricky now. We fix one side and the other side's now gonna be a little problematic. Let's stop it. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. Alright, so if we do it's gonna kind of do something like this. It's gonna have to. How far off that freeway are we? We're not too bad. I just don't think that I just don't know how that slope's gonna turn out. Because I really didn't start. Actually, well, yeah, it's not that great. I mean, it's actually not bad, but it needs a little bit more time to adjust here. So maybe if we come down and then we do that. Is that too far now? That is too far now. I don't understand that. I think it's going by whatever's there. And it's messing with it a little bit, like wherever the level is already. And I think that's kind of what messes with it. Oh, it's still diving down. Okay, what we can do there is it going below there too? I think it's just about right there actually. Okay, so if we do that and we do a home key, so that'll be bringing it to there, and then we do that. That looks better. Pretty gentle little curve, a little bit more of a sharper curve, but that's at the top, and then you come into there. That looks pretty good. It's not perfect. That loop is still needs some work though, I think. I don't know, I think it looks alright. I think it looks alright. That looks pretty good, and there's plenty of space in between these to make it look good. I think we can get that one I was thinking of. I just don't want too much traffic in on the road, on this road. That's my concern. That is my biggest concern right now. Is just too much traffic getting on that road. I mean, this road's built for it. This road is kind of, but you know, I just don't want too much getting on there. Oh well, let's continue. This one we're gonna do as well. We have a little bit more room over here to mess with. I'm thinking this one will come off at an angle as well. Maybe not. Maybe less of an angle. A little bit of an angle, but not much. Alright, so then this one, the loop was gonna get the privilege of having the straight. No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. Okay, so we are at 2 meters. We can probably come down. Well, if we kind of follow that one over there, we should be all right. I wonder how this is gonna look here. The loop, oh, that actually doesn't look very good. Yeah, we might end up having to use. We might end up wanting to use the curve tool on. Oh, I didn't want to delete that all. It just looked like a rounded egg on the top. Okay, so if we kind of start nudging it that way, and then we use the complete wrong tool. We use that one. And we kind of, we need to grab one of these guys. Let's get it to like right when that line appears, and we'll come down. Right when the line appears. Right when the line appears. Right when the line appears. I don't think it appears there. How does that slope look? Oh, that is steep. That curve looks pretty good, though. That curve does look pretty good. This needs some work, though. So right when the line appears, let's turn this off for the moment so we can make sure. So right when the line appears, and we'll come down. Oh, you're gonna do that to me, aren't you? I forgot, yeah, it's already kind of coming down at the angle, so it actually needs to come up a little bit. That's right. I swear this has changed, because I know I didn't used to have this problem, because I'm doing it the way I used to, and you kind of, even if the height of everything was changing, it still didn't affect, you know, what you're building here. So let's come up. So that's right when the line appears, so maybe come up 4. That's still pretty steep, but it's not as bad as it was. So let's see what we get out of that. And then we'll go from there. We'll kind of figure it out if we need to redo it again or not. You gonna connect for me? Like that. Okay, so if we do that, that is pretty steep. And it doesn't really need to be that steep. So, yeah, unfortunately we're gonna have to redo that. I don't like the way that looks at all. Let's go back to here. Let's go back to here. Alright, so I think we got a little bit of room as well. Am I on the right one? No, I'm not on the right tool. There we go. So let's go to 2 after the line appears. And 2. And 2. Actually, no, that's not going to work there. If we go right when the line appears there, and then right when the line appears 3, let's go up 3. Right when the line appears. How does that fare? That's better. We could be dropping it down here, though. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be fiddling with this for next hour, probably, if I keep going at this pace. Alright, let's try this again. So let's go line 1 after, I think is what we did here. So line and 1 after, and then we'll come down 2. And then we'll do right at the line there. And then we'll do right at the line there, and we'll bring it up at least 2. Should we bring it up 2 or 3? Should we go for 3? We can go for 3. That probably should have been 2. No, actually, that's not too bad. That's pretty good, actually. I like that. That's turning out a lot better. Alright. Just a lot of trial and error. That's really all there is to it. It's just a lot of trial and error. I want to try and not curve it too much back on itself if we can help it, but I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And it starts coming up. Unfortunately, it's not completely smooth, but for what it is, that's pretty good. And then we can change it to that. You know, it doesn't look perfect, but it looks alright. And that's what I like about it. Maybe we should have made that a little bit more of a curve, you know, brought it down a little bit more, but you know, I'm gonna leave it for now because that was a lot of effort to get to where we are at now. No. Okay. So this one's probably gonna be a little bit less traditional than I do. Alright, but we should have the space to do this. I kind of left the... we right when that's coming in too, but I think that's alright. Ooh, that was... whoa, okay, that's not gonna work. That worked. That looked pretty good. The curve did, but that bump right there is just not gonna work. Let's try this again. Let's come a little bit sharper this time. Let's make sure that that's working. Alright, maybe we can connect in a little bit sooner this time. I was trying to get it as close as I can without having it come back out on itself, because that never looks good. But I think it's actually, yeah, it is actually going at a pretty good, decent angle there. That looks better. It's not quite as big of a bump there. Cars go flying off the highway trying to merge on. That wouldn't be good. So, you know, we definitely utilized the space that we have around here. Like, that pretty much took away all the space that we had, which is alright. So we will do a merge lane there, and then we'll take it back down to 2 lanes, and we'll do a merge lane all the way into there. Same goes for here. It is doing the double lamp. Okay, I'm gonna go back and fix all of this. I'm probably gonna do that before we do the lines, because that just doesn't look right to me. That does go into 2 lanes, so let's fix that. What was that about? Let's try doing that again. So if we get the 3-lane road and we bring it into there, why is it? Oh, duh. This is going the wrong way. There we go. Actually, if I switch the directions, it actually looks better. There, it's what it should be. So I might just have to go do that. All the way down. Just kind of go back and forth on itself. That doesn't sound right, but alright. Get rid of these weird lights. I don't know why those are being picked, but oh well. The other thing that we can do is grab this guy, and not that one, this one, here we go, and change it to a bridge because it'll make it all uniform up until that point. May not be the best idea. We'll fix that later on. And then over here we can change it not to that, to that. There we go. That wasn't even the right road. Yeah, something like that. Alright. So we'll have a loop, and nice gradual, like if I'm gonna do these kind of wavy kind of, you know, on ramps or off ramps, usually I try to make them, you know, as gentle as possible. Because you can tell, like, the old style interchange that did this, like, they're just like 90 degree, and then you're on the freeway and you get thrown on there and you have no time to get speed. Whereas more of the modern ones, you kind of see them be a lot gentler and a lot more time to gain speed and everything. So that's kind of what I go for, because it looks better that way too. I think in the next episode we will work on this. And then what I'm thinking is it'll be like the curve, and as it's coming out of the curve, it'll split off, which hopefully will look good. I don't know if I'll be able to make it look good, but we'll see. But aside from that, I think that's going to be about it. So if you guys like this series, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and check out all the other videos I do on this channel. And as always, thanks for watching.